Whether you're an employer or a worker, the minimum wage of £3.60 or £3 if you're 18 to 21 is now part of everyday life.
You gotta find time, pick the right time and make a change.
To find out what it could do for you, call 0845 8450 360. The minimum wage. It pays to know.
From the writer of Scream and Scream 2.
Please report to the principal's office.
Director of Desperado and From Dusk Till Dawn comes a new thriller.
Did you hear that? Now we're gonna have some fun.
Don't question authority.
We can stop it.
Destroy it.
Always wanted to do that.
The Faculty.
Mum? Karen?
Whilst every other pay-as-you-go mobile phone charges you to listen to messages, with Up to You, they're free.
Who are you?
Wrong number.
Only Up to You lets you just pay for calls, not messages. And if you connect to Up to You, which starts at only £69.99 before the 28th of April, we'll include £20 worth of calls.
Next Sunday at 12 on Sky Sports 2. The Elite.
The triple.
Face the formidable. Both chasing
Glory.
the FA Cup semi-final.
Manchester United against Arsenal.
Two giants on a collision course
Pursuing a dream.
in the game of the season.
Unbelievable stuff here.
A massive cup clash that epitomizes
Talent, honour, commitment.
ultimately tragedy for one
How cruel this game can be.
and ecstasy for the other.
What a deadly finish.
Got a good chance to beat them.
The AXA-sponsored FA Cup semi-final, Manchester United-Arsenal, exclusively live next Sunday at 12, Sky Sports 2.
And cut.
There's a feast of live sport for you today. At 2, live snooker from the British Open. 3, more live cricket as we continue our coverage of the fourth test between the West Indies and Australia. What's going to happen there? Something dramatic every day, it seems. And tonight from 7, more live football from St James's Park. It's Newcastle against Spurs. But half-time here at Blundell Park, 1-0 to Norwich. The sun has come out in Cleethorpes. It really is a delightful place to be. Let's rejoin Alan Brazil and Rob Hawthorne.
The sun is certainly shining in the life of Phil Mulrine at the moment after opting to leave the reserves at Manchester United for regular first-team football at Carrow Road. And he's done his best to ensure that with the free kick that gives Norwich the lead at the start of the second half. But remember, in their last away match at Huddersfield, they led 1-0 at half-time and only emerged from the game with a point. And they've been on a bad run of form at the moment. So can they hold on to what they've already established? Now more challenging with Craig Bellamy. And John McDermott gets it away, not too far. It's Dalglish.
Yeah, good chance for Paul Dalglish on his right foot. Sat up lovely for him as well. Andy Love doesn't react too much, so I think it is well wide from our angle. Half clearance, good first touch, sits up lovely, and a couple of yards wide.
Well, Norwich's attackers already pepping things up at the start of the second half. Grimsby have bid to change things by actually making a personnel change. More on that in a moment as Andy Love gets it away.
Yeah, good goalkeeping. Bellamy was on it.
Darryl Clare is the man who's come on in the second half to take the place of Lee Nogan, the Republic of Ireland under-21 international. Such finding Bellamy. Livingston gets it away.
I thought Nogan was working hard. He gave the ball away a couple of times in some midfield areas, and suddenly Norwich were breaking. I think that might have infuriated Alan, but I thought he worked hard first half.
Fugelstat. Dalglish to Russell. Mulrine, the goal scorer. This is Carey. Now Dalglish. McDermott blocking his route to goal.
I was saying earlier, before the match, the Dalglish and Bellamy, the partnership, and it's certainly blossoming. Bellamy a bit unlucky hitting the post. Couldn't have done a lot about it, really. It was reaction. And Dalglish has done a lot of good stuff, holding it up, getting wide, getting balls into the box. As is this fella. What a strike, what a goal. It's just interesting at half-time, the guys in the studio were talking about, you know, Mackay pushing the wall. I don't think it made any difference. I think the punishment would have been Moran would have had a right go at Mackay if that had been disallowed, because the wall wouldn't have got anywhere near the ball.
Malky Mackay. Here's Gallimore. Lever. McDermott. Caldecott. Clare. This is Donovan. Clare looking to get beyond Jackson, was leaning into him, was he? The referee's given the corner.
I'll tell you what, Rob, if Terry Hilbrun's got a better view of this, I'm not sure this is not a penalty. Watch, it goes high here, I think. Look, Jackson. Well, maybe from that angle it looks a little bit different. See, he has got in front of Clare.
McDermott. And they were getting in each other's way, Lever and Groves. And Carey gets it away to Ashcroft. Given away, though, to Mulrine. There's Russell. Fugelstad. Chase on for Bellamy to keep it in, but he's done so. Dalglish. Mulrine. Cleared by Lever.
Well, it just shows you different angles, Rob. You know, I thought as Jackson was getting into the box there with Clare, I thought, oh, he's out of order there, but you see a different angle, and he'd obviously just got in front of Clare, so apologies to Matt.
Such. Bellamy. He's held it up long enough for Such to join him. Mulrine. Caldecott. Now Mackay.
Well, certainly this young French boy, Anselin Cedric, he's not... Well, first of all, I wondered if he was going to have a job with the physical side of the first division, but as the games wore on, he's getting stuck in. He's been involved. Just neat and tidy on the ball. Being from Bordeaux, you know his wines.
Here's the Norwich captain, Matt Jackson. Darryl Such, who ended up in goal when Andy Marshall was sent off at Huddersfield. Lever.
I think the problem, I'm certain the problem Grimsby have got here is the midfield area, especially central midfield. I think Norwich are bossing it. It's fine when Grimsby get it wide and the likes of Donovan's running at people. We haven't seen much of Ashcroft now. They've got to get the ball wide, because that's where they had the joy in the first 12-15 minutes against Norwich.
Here's Ashcroft. And Marshall can watch it float by.
He's done well to get to hit the byline, Ashcroft, and he is lively, over 10 yards, he's fast. Goes past the fullback, but again, look, he's got a nice chance to put that in. That troubles nobody.
It's his fifth start in the last 14 matches, Lee Ashcroft. Worked under Alan Buckley previously at West Brom, but if Grimsby do lose, it'll be a fourth successive home defeat for the first time since the start of the 87-88 season.
You look at the remaining games as well, Rob, you know, they could really have had a, you know, a real go towards the end of the season, because on paper they don't look that difficult, especially when you've got them at home.
And 3 of their next 4 to come here. Here's Darryl Russell. Mulrine, Carey. Such. Russell. Given away to Mulrine. McDermott. Donovan. Dalglish. Bellamy hadn't really been picked up.
That's a poor finish. Bellamy normally so lively. Again, it's good work from Paul Dalglish. Out wide, suddenly finds room. Nice little ball. Bellamy tries a little snapshot. No trouble to love.
Dalglish and Bellamy still working on their partnership. Bellamy has been used to playing up front alongside Ian Roberts.
Grimsby just have to, if they're going to get back in this match, they have to put Norwich City under much more pressure. Norwich are knocking it about with ease. You can see the frustration on Alan Buckley's face. They're not getting anywhere near Norwich.
Such. Carey. McDermott. Livingston.
Yeah, it's a little bit dispirited at the moment. The fans frustrated, the locals. Confidence is draining. Someone has to change it.
Well, they lost their last 3 home games at the end of last season and still managed to get into the playoffs and then to win at Wembley. But there's such a lot of ground to make up this time that they can't afford to see points lost here. Mackay. Mulrine. And off Gallimore for the throw. Livingston. Well, they've made 1 change already, Grimsby, which hasn't produced the desired result, so a second substitution for them is imminent. And Wayne Burnett is the man who's coming on, the man who clinched their first success at Wembley with the golden goal winner against Bournemouth in the Auto Windscreen Shield final. And Mark Lever is the man who makes way for him. It's a midfielder for a central defender, so it'll mean some changing around.
I just wonder if it'd be interesting if Groves go back there. So Burnett is certainly a passer in midfield. He'll be trying to get his foot in.
Dalglish here wrestling his way through, and the challenge is by Russell, and somehow Grimsby managed to keep it out.
I'm sure Dalglish was pulled back as well there, Rob. Maybe a few Norwich supporters were calling for maybe a tug and a penalty.
But having survived that scare, can Grimsby break to equalise? Caldecott here finding Donovan. Here's McDermott. Clare making a run just inside him. The ball's a disappointing one and easily cut out by Jackson. And that after Grimsby had got themselves into such a promising position.
Open it up a little bit. Tried a little 1-2 there, McDermott. The problem is you've got 3 players trying to get in the box, Rob. The move breaks down. Norwich in the counter. You've got 4 players out again.
Groves has won that. Here's Clare. Leicester's moved out to his right now. Again, the ball is too short.
Well, I tell you what, I don't understand Leicester's run there, because Clare was sort of inside right channel. Leicester just had to make a burst through the middle. He tried to give him an option, becoming close to Clare. He tried to give him an option, you know, go into my space, you run into my space, or play me the ball. But I thought Leicester was clear. I really did. I thought a little slip ball through the middle. You see McClare here. Look at Leicester. Look at the space he's got. Why is he running across here? Now he's saying, OK, give me it or use my space. And it breaks down again. And just earlier, that was Dalglish's strike. Look at this for a scramble, right on the near post. And McDermott helping his goalkeeper out.
The Ashcroft's throw. Caldicott. Leicester. Here's Ashcroft. Gallimore. Caldicott finds McDermott. Donovan. Just knocked out of his stride by Russell.
Donovan again, he's good when he comes inside. You see Russell getting close to him, and sure, that's a free kick. Again, Terry Hilborn, what, 6 yards away, making the right decision.
Wayne Burnett and McDermott closest to the ball. Groves, who has been playing more defensively since the substitution, has gone into the box. He's useful in these positions. Cleared by Fugelstadt, back out to Donovan. Crosses from Burnett. Groves does try to get in there, but Jackson meets it first and takes a whack to the head as a result.
Yeah, clash of heads. Groves coming in. There's no elbows up. Good header from Jackson, brave header, but he's come off the worst. For once, it's a half-decent ball in the box, this time from Burnett. You can see Jackson gets there first, bang, and that's the clash. He's done well after the first 10 minutes, Jackson. Let's hope he's okay, because that looks nasty.
Paul Groves scores a lot of his goals through turning up in the penalty area and being in the right place at the right time for free kicks and for corners. And it was a determined charge for that one that led to Jackson's injury.
Oh. Bruce Rea must be happy. He was just on a touchdown there, got 2 or 3 players over, just a little bit of a chat. Things are going well. Yeah, he's happy now.
And he'll be a lot happier at the sight of Matt Jackson back on his feet. Norwich are already enduring their longest sequence without a victory since Bruce Rioch took over. And they're just past the hour mark in this match. Can they hold on to win?
I think it's important when you're getting into a derby game as well, Rob. You're going with a bit of confidence. You know, Ipswich at the moment, confidence sky high. So it was important Norwich get something to them.
Livingston. Flags up for offside. Clare seems to have been the player in an offside position. Wayne Burnett. Clare. Caldicott. Well, it's not flowing for them. Gallimore. On Salah. Dalglish. Groves had another Norwich corner. They'll be quite happy with the ball in this territory.
Yeah, Norwich just content now. They've got the lead. They're just knocking it about. It's Grimsby who have really got to raise the tempo, raise the game, get a few crunching tackles in. Try and get the crowd behind them for a start.
Dalglish's efforts find Bellamy, and it's off the top of the bar.
Yeah, Craig Bellamy, he's had a couple of, he's had 2-3 chances, hasn't he? Good work again from Dalglish. Perseverance, battling away. You can see Cody it comes. The touch is good, and Bellamy should score. He shouldn't be hitting the crossbar from there. Not a striker of his class. That should have been 2-0, game over.
Well, he didn't know too much about the one in the first half when it came off the post as he diverted Carey's effort onto the frame of the goal. He was certainly full steam ahead then as that one crashed against the bar, and Grimsby survived once more. Livingston. Gallimore. Paul Groves, on whom Grimsby have relied for most of their goals this season. They've now gone over 6.5 hours without scoring in a league match here.
So this is where they're losing out, Rob. You know, the way Norwich, the way Carey, good play from Carey, don't get me wrong, but the way they're just dinking about in there, there's no challenges.
It's back on January the 16th that they got their last goal here against Oxford. Inevitably it was Groves who got it. Here he is again.
When you start firing a few challenges, you get the punters, you know, the home supporters, you get them going, and it suddenly goes right through the side. Like Bellamy's just done. He's worked hard.
Here's Fugelstad. Controlled by the arm of Dalglish. Jackson. Well, Bellamy's quick onto it, but Groves knew what he was doing. It was astute judgment.
Groves just looked at the linesman. Not happy. Get your flag up, he's saying.
Leicester. Now Mulrine. Groves playing it off Dalglish. Goal kick. Paul Groves has scored 12 of Grimsby's last 22 goals, and indeed you take out the vital goals that he scored for Grimsby this season and they'd be 18 points worse off and therefore in the bottom three. Alan Buckley knows that Groves is a figure that he can rely on, took him with him to West Brom and then brought him back here. Here's Russell. Bellamy. Carey. Caldicott pressuring well. That's Mackay. Now Russell. Darryl Such. Ashcroft. Now Clare. Here's Ashcroft again.
Again breaking down, doesn't, you know. Grimsby, they seem to have 1 or 2 passes strung together, whereas Norwich gets 7 and 8. And now you can see clearly, Norwich again, second half, much more possession. Keeping the ball well.
Bellamy. Craig Bellamy just tripped and...
I don't know about tripped. I think he was helped on his way there. a little bit off the ball, I think. Ah, they've kissed and made up.
Ashcroft was the other party involved. Such. Burnett. Bellamy. Here's Mulrine. And Russell gets it back to Dalglish. And there was a bit of control with the hand.
One thing about Moran there, across to Dalglish. Dalglish's touch just lets him down. It bounces up and hits him with the right hand. Just here. And that's the referee again, spot on. But Moran, Rob, to me, he looks really sharp when he has the ball to his feet. And this fella, Dalglish, will thrive on the service. Moran is very quick with the ball at his feet, sharp. He's one of these players doesn't need a lot of backlift to get power on the ball. Mr. shakes his head, he's unlucky there. The ball just beat Jackson, he was on his bike and just hits him on the head. It's not going well for the Grimsby boys at the moment.
Steve Livingston. Groves. Five times in the last 6 seasons, Grimsby have managed to win their Easter Monday fixture, the exception being last year when they lost to Bristol Rovers here. And so far it looks like being a fairly miserable holiday programme for them. Defeated at Bradford on Saturday, although by many accounts the scoreline actually flattered the home side, and really struggling to get back in this game against Norwich, who are doing an excellent containing job on their opponents, having established that lead through Mulrine in the first half.
There was a special goal, no doubt in that. You know, you talk about McDermott again. You know, was it a free kick? I think it was. It was from behind. It wasn't nasty. But there's no point, you know, taking the chance in a central position like that. I think you'll feel a little bit hard done by, but there was no need. Moran, he's back to, you know, the Norwich player had his back to go. It was Russell.
Carey. Here is Russell. Ambitious attempt from the youngster, who's certainly not lacking in confidence. But Grimsby are lacking in confidence, and final change in personnel being brought about here by Alan Buckley. And he's sending on the experienced Kingsley Black to take the place of Jack Lester. Black came on at Wembley, of course, to change the game of that Auto Windscreen Shield final against Bournemouth. More recently, he's been in the starting lineup. He started 9 of the last 10 matches. Can he have a late impact in the final 20 minutes here?
Well, it looks as if he's going to play through the middle. He's certainly not a centre forward, not my book. But Alan Butler, I think it's just lacklustre. He says, I've got to change it. We just try anything. Just try and get this crowd, you know, give them a bit of excitement. At the end of the day, 1-0, although Norwich are in total control, a lot of things can happen.
Here's Mulrine.
I think Ashcroft would probably be better going through the middle and maybe Black playing a little bit wider. Because Ashcroft is lively, but he just doesn't see the ball enough. The times he has had it out wide, going to try to get crosses in, they've been poor crosses.
Carey. Fugelstad. Russell with the throw. Leaving it instead for Fugelstad. Carey. Norwich cleverly absorbing things, just frustrating the crowd. It's a good professional display so far from the visitors. Bellamy. Mulrine. Such.
Again, Norwich just like keep ball, just knocking about. Come and get it off is the same.
And every time they win a throw, there's a delay before the taking of it, just to frustrate Grimsby still further. Caldicott. Further Easter action to come tonight at 7 o'clock on Sky Sports 1 as Newcastle and Tottenham test the water for the FA Cup semi-final to come. And our next Nationwide League action is Friday at 7 o'clock, the second division promotion battle between Gillingham and Bournemouth. That's on Sky Sports 3. Mulrine's free kick. Here's Onsalan.
That's just disappointed me a little bit. The final ball plays are wide. He's not too fussed about it. This fella, he has got a problem. Just taking a whack in the old nose.
Steve Livingston, the player with the bloodied nose. In the centre of defence where they were forced to make their changes with Handyside and Smith being injured. Nothing that they could have really done about the goal. It's in midfield and up front where they've lacked that creative spark to alter the course of this game.
They've also Rob, looked a little bit edgy when they've been in possession.
Here's Kingsley Black. Donovan ahead of him, desperate to stay on side, and in the end Black needed too much time.
They should have gave him it. He was in a good position. I was just saying, Grimsby are a little bit edgy, aren't they? Whereas Norwich, okay, they've got a big game next week coming up, but apart from that, not a lot to play for, just pride, and they're relaxed. And it's definitely showing this afternoon, the way they're just fizzing the ball about, keeping possession, knocking about.
Well, they came into this game, Norwich, pretty much in the comfort zone, 15 points off the playoffs and 15 points above the relegation area. But they're still going to have their say in some key issues between now and the end of the season, with facing Ipswich and Bolton at home and Oxford and Bristol City away, who are involved in the relegation problem area. So Bruce Rioch's side could be doom merchants and kingmakers.
A little bit disappointing, you know, the last 3 seasons, what, since they came down, 16, 13, 15, I just feel Norwich are a bit better than that.
Well, it's a strange habit of theirs that they struggle when they get to the turn of the year. It's the 6th time that it's happened. They went 14 league games without a win from January to April of last term. And in the 4 years prior to that, they've won 4 of their last 18, 4 out of 19, 1 out of 20 and 2 out of 20 in their closing league fixture programme. And it's a habit that they've not managed to correct this season. Here's Darryl Such with the throw. Caldicott. Clare.
It's very quiet, isn't it? Norwich fans away, they're out of happy, but you can see clearly the home fans, this is disappointing for them. Lovely afternoon here in Cleethorpes, but not a lot to talk about.
Well, it's difficult when they're so close to it, but the club has come such a long way in such a short period of time. I don't think many expected Alan Buckley's return to produce the instant rewards that it did.
I think the only thing they're close to this afternoon, Rob's the beach. And when they play the football, Grimsby, you know, they can be really exciting, especially when they get it wide.
Ashcroft's throw. Bennett. Russell.
Roughly Terry Hill-Rom's back was turned to that one. Russell and Caldecott. Oof. I'm glad he didn't see that one. A little bit naughty. Such as the Norwich player down the right-hand side as well.
There's Bennett.
I think Mackay took a bad knock, Rob, as well.
Dalglish's emerged with it. He's the furthest Norwich player forward, though. He was going to have to do it all on his own, and Livingston ensured that he didn't.
Mackay's in a bit of problem over on the far side. And suddenly there's just one or two little niggles going on for the first time in the match. And this young fella's got to be a wee bit careful. He's had a good game, his side are winning 1-0. Just have a look at this. Caldecott comes in, that's nothing nasty, is it? Unfortunately, no officials watching.
And shortly after that was the challenge that led to Malky Mackay's discomfort.
I'm disappointed for this fella here because he takes so much pride in his Grimsby side, what they achieved last year. Must be so happy, positional sense, position-wise this season, but they've not proved it today, and that'll disappoint them. They've been outplayed.
I think he was amused at the fact that they were amongst the pundits' favourites for relegation at the start of the season, and took a lot of pride in the fact that they were in the top 6 in January. They may have hit something of a wall now, judging by recent results. Bennett. Here's Donovan. Now Groves. McDermott. Donovan. Clare. John McDermott. Cleared by Onsalan. This is Bennett. Now Groves. Donovan. Ashcroft. Well, it's been a very frustrating afternoon for Lee Ashcroft. Total breakdown in understanding there between he and Darryl Clare. Gallimore. This is Such. Onsalan. Gallimore just caught the Frenchman. One or two worrying little knocks that Norwich are picking up. Header out by Malky Mackay. This will actually be Norwich's first away victory since they beat Bury in February. And Bury, the only team in the division to have scored fewer goals than Grimsby. who are averaging at less than a goal a game in the First Division.
Derry going to stay up, Rob.
Well, it's going to be quite a dogfight. At least for these two teams, there is the comfort of being safely above that.
I think that's why there's been no real edge in the game. You know, we have to be fair. I think Norwich have done enough clearly to want to win this match. You've just got to defend these last few minutes on the toes. Whereas Grimsby are definitely better than what they've showed today. Lacking in confidence.
Here's Burnett. Donovan was struggling to get away from Russell, who was pulling away at him.
Again, I think he's in for a ticking off. You may see a yellow here, I don't know, because tugged back, you know, from behind. I tell you, Ron might just say, get on with it, he's young, with a bright future. He's certainly pulling away, he was.
Black with a free kick. And Andy Marshall gets there ahead of Livingston. Livingston. And Mulrine has done well to get that away to Dalglish. Bellamy's bursting through the middle. And he's managed to beat Gallimore. And Burnett gets there ahead of Russell and plays it off him.
He's done well, Paul Dalglish. You know, just try to drive that in right-footed, breaking. Probably his last participation in this match. Just bursting down the right. Again, try to find his strike partner, Bellamy.
Donovan. Fugelstadt. Here's Groves. Burnett. Kevin Donovan.
It's a shame from Donovan there. He's tried hard. I think he's probably been Grimsby's best player.
Bellamy. Russell. Mulrine. Carey. Well, Norwich using their time well. Cleared by McDermott.
Just get the feeling Grimsby are. It's a case of, oh, it's not been our day. Just let's hear the whistle. Just can't seem to penetrate this Norwich City defence.
And yet with the lead at only 1-0, sometimes unlikely things do happen. Ashcroft. He's got away from his man, he's got room to cross, and he's pulled it back for Darrell Clare. Groves tried to line it up, and it didn't fall back for Burnett.
Well, this time Grimsby certainly had bodies in the box, but too long. Hesitate, well, not hesitating, but no one making their mind up quick enough.
Gallimore. Jackson clears. Ashcroft. Blocked by Mackay this time. Well, that move was certainly the biggest scare that Norwich have had for a while. Here's Wayne Burnett. Gallimore. Clare. Jackson in quickly to close him down. Black. And a change now for Norwich. It's Ewan Roberts who's coming on, and he's applauding the contribution of Paul Dalglish. Contribution that the Norwich fans also appreciate. He's shown good endeavour as Dalglish in his first 2 appearances for Norwich. Now Roberts comes on to take his place. And here's Kingsley Black. And it's deflected wide for the corner.
Well, in the last minute or two, this fella's looked livelier than most of his teammates. Well, Ian Roberts has just come on. He'll be straight back into his own penalty area to try and help out.
He's gone straight to Livingston. Mackay getting in front of Groves, another danger man. Hurled back in by Black towards Groves, who got in front of Such! Oh, just wide!
Oh, well, we are right in our gantry position. We're right behind Groves. And that looked to be bottom corner. Incredible. Flies, dives in front of Such. Marshall's got no chance. Look at the reaction from behind the goal, the Norwich fans. Just when they thought it was all over, they think now they've given 2 points away. How unlucky.
But it just goes to show how slender that Norwich lead really is, and how one moment can change the course of the game. Darryl Russell. Now on Salah, on to Bellamy. Roberts is waiting in the middle. Russell has joined him in the middle too. Such. Russell. Blocked by Ewan Roberts.
And it just shows you, Rob, all your possession. And it could have all been undone. And that just sneaked inside the post. I think Norwich would have been really unlucky had it gone in.
Certainly, if anyone has shaken Grimsby from their lethargy, it's this man, Kingsley Black. He's sparkled. Stunning free kick, and he's certainly man of the match. Phil Mulrine gets the nationwide man of the match award.
Yeah, I think Norwich have a good team performance, but he looks a good buy. He looks sharp. He's certainly going to be threats at set pieces. Clips a lovely ball, and what a goal.
Clare. Black. He's won the throw. Keen to get on with it. Clare. Black gets it in. Groves was again in a useful position. It's Wayne Burnett.
He got a golden goal at Wembley last year, but no golden goal. Just couldn't get enough on it, could he? Because he's getting closed down quickly. Jackson with the clearance, takes it in the chest. Just couldn't wait for the ball to come down. Easy for Marshall.
Well, it was a good start to the game by Grimsby, and it's been a reasonable last 3 minutes, but it's all been too little too late. Russell. Roberts. Two minutes of stoppage time has been indicated. And Bruce Rioch and Brian Hamilton are pondering two more substitutions.
A big game for Brian Hamilton Sunday as well against his old club. That's a shame.
The referee has stepped in after that challenge. Wayne Burnett, at this late stage of the game, is the first booking of the game.
Well, Wayne's been out for a long time. You can see, well, it's again, some referees interpret it as real dangerous. Have a yellow, others let it go. I think he just thought, no, I've let one or two go, but not this time, Wayne.
Fugelstad. Caldicott. McDermott. Could be their last chance for an equaliser if Clare can steal in. Mackay shields it from him, though. Bruce Rioch urging his team on, knows there can't be much longer to go now. Terry Heilbron's already taken a couple of checks on the watch. Is he about to call time on Grimsby's playoff hopes?
I think Norwich, if it was a boxing match, points victory, no problem. They've not been sparkling, but they've kept possession well. The front two have looked lively. Lovely goal. And Grimsby have just been off colour.
And Grimsby's faint playoff hopes may well have been throttled by Bruce Rioch's Norwich side. One goal in the end, enough to win it. And Rioch's deadline day signing of Phil Mulrine reaping an early reward as the young Northern Ireland international, on his full debut in Norwich colours, produced a free kick to remember that has delighted those travelling from Norfolk. A touch of his old Manchester United colleague Beckham about this. It went in off the post.